So hello my friends, Devon Lennox here, PhotographyPX. In today's video, we're gonna go behind the scenes for an exclusive interview with a top makeup artist here in town. All right, so here we are with Jenny. Hello, how are you? And
great.
she's the makeup artist in today's shoot that we're doing, and we're doing a full body monochromatic kind of I don't know, space. It's got like a space buns kind of vibe. I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Little retro feel too.
Yeah, and she's the makeup artist that we're working with today. And since she's here, she was humble enough to sit down for an interview so we can kind of pick her brain on as photographers how to approach makeup artists and create and collaborate with them, and then just start working in that arena, because a lot of people don't have experience with that. I didn't have experience with that for a long time, so I just kind of lucked out and just met some people and things of that nature. But one of the first things I wanted to ask you is, what do you look for when you're working with a new, or you're reaching out to work with a new photographer? Since this is the first time you and I are working together, like what were you kind of looking at? Like, I mean, maybe I don't know if you looked at my Instagram or website and stuff like that. I'm not really sure, but what kind of stuff were you kind of looking at when you were originally looking at my profile and stuff like that?
I was definitely looking at your page. I thought you were extremely talented. I liked your vision, and also it helps a lot when the model is vouching as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so the model feels comfortable, and I feel pretty comfortable as well too.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing it personally, I definitely want to make sure that they're the real deal. You know, you want to make sure that you can look at their page and they have work, something that they've got going on. And if they don't have anything like that, I might ask, can I see your web page?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see maybe some work that you've done if they don't have anything up like that? Because I know a lot of new photographers, it's hard to get a lot of stuff out at first.
Yeah, that's true.
So be forgiving when it comes to that as a makeup artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are mostly looking at our creative vision, so to speak. Yeah.
Looking at your style,
Yeah.
see, if it's like something challenging, like, oh, that's something unique, I've never done that before. Like that can really grab me too.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay, do you like when photographers have mood or concept boards, or do you think it's better improv? And this is both for people that you've already worked with, but also someone that's new. How do you kind of feel with that? Because there's always like kind of an awkward situation where you're meeting someone the first time, you're not really sure. So in that situation, what do you prefer? Do you prefer mood boards and concepts, or?
Oh, mood boards are such a big help, because at least it gives me, I know what to bring.
Yeah.
I always bring my entire arsenal. It helps to know what the look, I make sure I have those colors. And it helps with the feel.
Yeah.
Even if it's a lot of different looks, I can really get a mood, a feel, and that can put me in a place where, okay, I want to get in the photographer's head, just like I would a director.
Yeah.
That's the standpoint that I'm coming from.
Okay,
But I love changing it up and breaking the rules, when it calls for it, and adding something last minute. Like, sometimes that's where the magic happens.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Because there's that balance that you need when it comes to improv and structure. You don't want it to be too structured where it becomes rigid.
Yeah.
But you need a little bit of playful breathing room, so to speak. Where
it's really important to have a box and outline. To start from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree on that. Do you think it's important to meet with a photographer prior to shooting?
Not necessarily. When you messaged me, you were very professional, and unfortunately I was very busy, but I was like, yeah, I'm on board, just sign me up.
Yeah.
I could have had a little bit more communication, so that was a mistake on my part. But I saw your page and Alexis vouched for you, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm always on board to meet new people, and for sure.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's great. Yeah. Do you, I guess with that, outside of us kind of working together, do you think it's important to meet up with other photographers or something like that?
If I can.
If you can, yeah.
Yeah, if we have the time, absolutely.
Okay, because some people are just dude, no, I don't need to meet up with other people. I'll just meet you day of, we'll work together.
If we have time, there's nothing wrong with that, but if I've heard of the photographer, it might not be absolutely necessary.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
Yeah, if there's really good dialogue, over text and email, whatever, sometimes that can be perfectly sufficient. But if it's a really complicated shoot, to meet in person would be a great idea.
Yeah, okay, yeah. To really discuss the details, and there's a lot of layers, and it's 15 outfits or whatever.
Exactly.
That's a good point, yeah. If a photographer reaches out to you, how should that initial first message kind of sound? What should we say if we had
I can tell you what not to do.
Okay, yeah, that's good too. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that would be great.
I've had people just say, hey, inquiring about this look. And I'm like, what's the detail? How many models? And they're like, they won't give me any they won't give me any details up front. They'll just be like, hey, 1 sentence, 2 sentence, and that tells me absolutely nothing about you. Could be just Joe Schmo trying to get something for free or something shifty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just pushing and pushing without giving me enough details. Like if someone like you did, you sent me a whole message saying what you had in mind, essentially what the project was, and you immediately added me to the group so I could see everything in the past, all of your mood boards.
Yeah.
So that was great on your part, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. You don't want to just say hey and ... right?
Yeah. All the info at once is just get it over with. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Yeah. It's better to get the information out earlier than later is kind of what I've realized.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be like day off and you're just like, hey, so what do we
do? Exactly. I want to be prepared.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, if a photographer's new, what do you think would help them when reaching out to a makeup artist for the first time?
I would say something that helps me a lot is seeing what their MO is, you know, like what's their goal. When I was talking to you today, you said that you wanted to do more full body shots, and you showed me your work. You were doing more portraits. So in that respect, we could have spent a lot more time on the makeup with very detailed, but since it was full body, that
you're not going to see that stuff. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I was, changed my approach to it.
Yeah.
You know. So when you come with very detailed vision, that helps me immensely.
Yeah.
And I can really focus in and cut my work time to what it needs to be.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So new photographers would just be like, hey, like whatever you want to do, like
yeah, and I'm like, no, tell me where it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, so I don't waste time.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. Yeah, I like that. So as a makeup artist. As a makeup artist, where do you think are good places for photographers to find other artists to collaborate with?
Oh, a really good unexpected one is film mixers, actually.
Film mixers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't expect a lot of makeup artists and hair people to go there. So they go there and they have all the photographers and directors at their ready to talk, and they're like, hey, I have my service here, here's my card, here's my page. And they remember you because you're the only makeup or hair person that showed up at that film mixer, photography mixer.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
Kind of going outside the box might help too.
Yeah. Or maybe even with that, maybe auditions too, to a certain extent, yeah.
That's a great idea too.
That might actually be a good place to find models and stuff like that as well. I didn't think about that, but yeah, there's definitely auditions here in town all the time for movies and castings and things of that nature. It's not a bad place to... As people are waiting outside, like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah,
just get in there, right?
I
didn't think about that. That's actually a really interesting place. I've seen plenty of them downtown, and they're always doing auditions downtown for various roles and dancers and all this stuff. And it's a great place to meet.
Everyone shows up there.
Yeah, and
so
it's
not just photographers, but if you get in good with an actor or a model, they know a bunch of people.
They know a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's pretty money right there. It's a money sandwich. So I guess one of the last questions I have, what are some of your pet peeves or turnoffs with working with a new photographer for the first time?
To be honest, it's pretty forgiving. I mean, if it's your first time, I'm very like, all right, it's his first time, it's all good.
Yeah.
But I also make it a point to communicate a lot on set. Like, hey, I'm here for you. I'm your teammate.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna do makeup for you if you need an adjustment with a pen or tape or something. Like, I'm your buddy.
Yeah.
I'm your second in command.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of puts photographers at ease, and they don't feel like they have to fully, think all of the things by themselves at once.
Yeah, that's true.
It can be a second hand, a second brain for them.
Yeah. Photography is definitely more of like a director type of thing than it is just taking photos. So
yeah.
I didn't know that when I first started. I thought it was just like, just grab a camera, you just like show up, you just take some photos, you roll out, and that's it.
Yeah.
But it's like,
communication is key though.
It's the whole direction, it's the editing of the photos, the delivery. There's a marketing aspect to it to build a brand and build your specific style and all that stuff. There's a lot of different sub layers of being a photographer that most people they don't never really talk about it. But
right now about it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of different layers. Like people just assume that you just take a photo and then that's it. But there's so much layers of communication that happen through that and reaching out to people and maybe coffee to. Not necessarily interview people, but to make sure they're the right person for that particular job and they have the right vision and are you guys connecting, then actually on set and then designing the specific looks working through the kinks of the model and stuff like that to make sure they can pose and they're comfortable.
Right, that's another important
That's a whole nother thing too. That's a whole other topic, yeah. And those are all the layers that then add up to the photo, but then what you do after the photo is still important as well. So it's a lot of stuff, man, and I didn't really realize that when I first started that it was going to be quite as much work as it was.
Yeah, there's so many steps.
Yeah, so if anytime you can get a makeup artist or a hairstylist, whatever it may be your teammate to help, I guess, blunt some of that burden that you will feel on set as you're making decisions and you're thinking about all this stuff. Definitely take advantage of that because it definitely makes your life a lot easier for sure. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, okay, so that was pretty good. I don't think I missed anything. That was some pretty solid stuff. Yeah, I didn't think about the film mixers. That's a pretty niche thing, but there's a lot of great, in every city, there's a lot of great auditions. Like, that's such a great place.
I've had a lot of makeup artists find me through there. They're like, oh, I'm looking to start my career. Do you guys know any makeup artists?
Yeah.
And I have 3 apprentices right now that I'm kind of helping shadow.
Yeah.
And they've all found me through the mixers of knowing an actor that invited them for fun.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a little secret.
Yeah, it's a secret. Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Well, I hope you guys got some value from what Jenny had to offer here, and that was awesome. Definitely some insight that I definitely don't know for sure. I need to work on some things here, but definitely consider subscribing if you're new here and this is your first time tuning in. We'd love to have you as part of the family and join the team. Definitely leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know if you have any specific questions that you want me to ask her that we kind of missed here. We only asked a handful of questions here, but absolutely if you want me to reach out to her and get some things specifically answered to help you, absolutely let me know. And leave that in the comment down below. This is Devon Lennox, your host here at PhotographyPX. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out, my friends.